A near-death experience is a profound personal experience associated with death or impending death which researchers claim share similar characteristics. When positive, such experiences may encompass a variety of sensations including detachment from the body, feelings of levitation, total serenity, security, warmth, the experience of absolute dissolution, and the presence of a light. When negative, such experiences may include sensations of anguish and distress.
I have cancer. I have never known pain and discomfort as I did whilst undergoing chemo. A few days after treatment I was in pain. I couldn't get out of bed because it was so bad. I stayed in bed to rest. It was only when I returned from my NDE that I realized I had gone in the first place. It seemed so natural at the time. The essence of me was reduced to a simple thread of purple frost about 15 centimeters long. The string stayed together without needing to be connected by string or anything, it was simply energy that held them together. The color of the strings varied in tone from pale to deep purple. The essence of me came from the center of my ribcage. The scene moved so quickly. I didn't notice getting there, but it went to outer space and I rested on a rock that was floating in a place. It has all the other purple frosts and essences of people. It was hugely peaceful. I felt so comfortable and at home there. I didn't mind being there at all. It didn't matter that I left my only daughter behind. From where I was, I could see a gigantic circle of other essences, all in shades of purple, pink, and blue. No one spoke to me, but after a time, I had healed enough and was sent back. When I got back to my body, I felt a depth of awakening. It wasn't like I simply arrived. It was as though I came back from somewhere much deeper within me. I had a new sense of not being afraid of death. I felt very connected with the universe, and that wasn't a feeling I had ever experienced before. I then felt worried that the universe was preparing me for death and had reached out to me. A few days later, I then saw in my sitting room a massive, dark, paper-thin, mirror-like window floating in the air. I could only see it from certain angles since it was flat and paper-thin. It then disappeared. A few days later, I was in my kitchen in the morning, daylight, and I saw about 20 much smaller windows all over the place. They just hang in the air. I was upset that I could see something so weird. Again, it made me worry the universe was preparing me for dying when I am not actually dying. I haven't had any issues like this in the last couple of months, but I am having to deal with feeling strangely connected with the universe. I've never been interested in crystals or anything like that, and this experience made me search on Google. I found Reiki and the woman had purple crystals on her website. Then I discovered Reiki is about the universe, etc. I was astonished that my experience had any resonance with anyone else. To me, it seemed so baffling and weird because it was not a part of my world at all, but it seems to have found me. I actually contacted a professor of philosophy at Oxford University. He said it sounded like an NDE. After some thought, I have concluded that the chemo drugs reduced my cells through the body so successfully that my brain actually believes it's dying. All this stay positive so stuff is said to cancer patients for a reason. I believe that as my brain thinks it's dying and starts to panic, that's why I believe I had the experience. Note, This experience is only about 6 months old and it takes at least 7 years to integrate an experience into daily life. Readers may wish to search the NDEs for people who have had cancer for more information. Additionally, Pim van Lommel, a leading Dutch cardiologist, did a prospective NDE study that lasted 7 years. The conclusion is that NDEs are medically inexplicable. One section tested for psychological issues such as fear. There was no correlation, or way to predict, as to who would or who would not have an experience based on emotions like fear. Ergo, fear is not the cause of an NDE. However, if the experiencer wasn't dead or in an imminently life-threatening situation, then it could be that what she experienced could have come from